Well, when it comes to 90s heartthrobs, Party of Five star Scott Wolf was among the biggest names to explode out of the decade. His primetime role as Bailey Salinger saw him using humour, heart and boyish good looks to win over an entire generation.
Yeah, but now Scott's trading Hollywood for Melbourne and teamed up with one of Australia's most successful family bloggers, Adele Barbaro, stepping out for her special one-night-only event, all for an incredible cause. Joining us live in Melbourne now, Scott and Adele, welcome to the show. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Adele, has he been behaving in Australia, or is he one of those Hollywood types right off the track straight away?
We've only met an hour ago, so far so good. He's been behaving.
I'll give him time. Give him time.
Hey, Scott, welcome, mate. This year marks 25 years since Party of Five said goodbye. Are you still amazed as you move around the world that how much people still love this series?
I am. You know, like you said, yeah, 25 years since the show's been off the air. And in talking with people, when they come up and they talk about Party of Five or Bailey or any of these characters, it doesn't sound like they're talking about something that happened 25 years ago. It sounds like they just watched last Wednesday. And so the fact that it has that kind of profound emotional impact on people, it was really kind of a companion piece to people's lives. And I'm super proud that to have been part of the show and the fact that it means something after all these years.
Mind you, with all the streaming services now, they probably did watch last Wednesday.
It's quite possible.
Things hang around these days. Scott, at the show's peak, you also hosted SNL's Saturday Night Live. I think Natalie Imbruglia, a fellow Aussie, was your musical guest. Did you score an invite to the 50th anniversary special?
You know, I did, not to the studio version, but I got invited to at Radio City Music Hall. Yeah. They did a big musical celebration, and I was invited to that, but I was not able to attend it, unfortunately, which was a huge disappointment because what a bucket list item to be able to host that show. And with people like Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry and Molly Shannon here, what a dream come true that was.
Yeah, I know how you feel because it was like that with Kylie's birthday party. I don't get invited to the big thing. I get invited to the pub down the road where they watch it on the screen.
The B party, yeah.
Adjacent, that's right. Adele, you're this fabulous mum who built this massive online following. Now you've created this live celebrity pack variety show raising money for charity. It is incredible work that you do. How do you manage to rope Scott into joining the fun and coming on down?
Look, I've got an amazing team supporting the event behind me with the Mushroom Group, and we all sat down and were talking about the guests to come along on the night, and I immediately said Scott Wolf, and you know, Bailey was in my top 3 baby names just to dispose that.
Oh, okay.
But with the help of the Mushroom team, they reached out, but Scott was on board within 24 hours. You were just like, we'll make this happen, whatever it takes.
Okay, so tell us, Adele, what the format is and what's happening tomorrow night and Scott's involvement.
Well, it's like a great big variety show. It's a great big giveaway show. There's $750,000 worth of prizes up for grabs. Great entertainment with Blitz and Esso and Pete Murray, and then great interviews as well with the likes of Jason Lewis and, of course, Scott Wolf, as well as some amazing Aussie icons. And not forgetting as well Samuel Johnson, who we are raising the money for. His charity, Love Your Sister, which is all about vanquishing cancer for good. All profits will be going straight to Love Your Sister for the night. So it's a real feel-good night, a lot of fun.
Oh, gee, that sounds terrific. And we love what Sam's done over the years. He's been so devoted, so passionate about that cause. Will Sam be involved in the show too? Is he riding his unicycle around the stage? Is he doing something?
I've said don't bring the unicycle, but he'll be there. He's going to be there all night. We'll be doing an interview as well, but he's involved in a lot of the fun as well. And then a big fat cheque at the end of the night will be handed over to Sam to go to his charity.
Sounds perfect. Scott, your new show called Doc. It's coming here to Channel 7 and 7 Plus later in the year. This isn't the first time you've wielded a stethoscope on TV. How are you going with all that?
Pretty well. This is the 4th time I've played a doctor on TV, so I'm almost a doctor at this point. I've picked up a bunch over the years. You wouldn't want to see me in an operating room with a scalpel over you, but if there's anything, you know, any diagnoses you might need after we finish the piece here, let me know. This is a show that I'm incredibly proud of. It has already premiered in the U.S. and audiences are loving it. This is, like I said, the fourth time I'm playing a doctor, but by far my favorite. It's a hospital show, and those are always compelling life and death stories of patients needing their lives saved. And in this case, based on a true story, the central doctor has had a terrible car accident and lost 8 years of her memory. So it causes this huge reset for her and for everybody in this environment. And the show is very much about second chances and what would you do if you could go back and see the life you've lived, the mistakes you've made, things you might want to change. And it's, you know, it's incredibly emotional, incredible characters, great stories, and I'm so proud of it and excited for the Australian audience to get to see it very, very soon.
Sounds amazing. I've also lost 8 years, but that's more of a Wikipedia edit thing than a medical
That's right. I thought you were going to say standing next to me. But anyway, Scott, we do have some medical issues. We'll send you a list and you nominate which ones you can deal with. It's a long list. This is great work that you're doing. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Terrific stuff.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
So for more on Adele's show at the Plenary Theatre in Melbourne, that is tomorrow, you can head over to the Morning Show website. All proceeds, of course, going to that fabulous charity run by Samuel Johnson.